Hey guys, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to do my A to Z project pan update. Words are hard. And let's just get into it. I don't have any empties at the moment. You're probably not surprised because I put a lot of eyeshadows into this project. So I'm going to be popping up pictures from the last update, and I have actually been updating this on Instagram too, which I like never do. But I thought this year would be the year to do it, so we're doing it. Okay. So starting off with letter A, obviously that's how I start the alphabet. So over here is where I was last month, and then right here is where I am this month, if it'll focus. Will you please focus on the dip in this pan? So there is a dip like up here by the sticker that it doesn't want to focus on. And I have been like steadily wearing it away in that one spot. I have this on today and it's the shade Artemis. I don't even know if I said that, but we're working on it. We're doing the things. And then for the letter B is Birthday Suit by Tarte. It's this tiny one. I just like inhaled like 6 Girl Scout cookies, so I have like the hiccups now. And I pulled the stopper a while ago. And honestly, there's maybe like 10 uses left in this. It's getting really dry, so it's getting hard to use. I've used this a total of 15 times, and for Artemis, I've used it a total of 16 times, including today. So, but this is probably gonna be the first empty that I have, and I am working on it pretty steadily. I've been wearing it recently like as I'm getting ready, as if it's a lip balm, and it works really good over like a dark lip liner that I'm also painting in a different project, so it's just real pretty. Moving on. Letter C is for Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, and that is for the shade White Chocolate, and this is where I was last month. And I've used this a total of 19 times. And this is where I am right now. There is a dip on this side, but I really don't think you can see it too well on camera. Not really, but it's there, I swear. So that one, like I said, I've used it 19 times. I just dropped a bunch of stuff on the ground. But I use it under my eyes sometimes. I use it as a setting for my eyelids every single day. I just haven't been wearing a ton of eyeshadows. Zach had the stomach flu, and then I had the stomach flu. So it was like 2 weeks straight that I didn't do anything, basically. It was awesome. Moving on to D, which is for Are You Free to Dance? So the D in dance, and this is a Wet n Wild polish. I lost my black Sharpie, so this line's in silver. So I went from the black line to the silver line, which you can't even, like the camera is like not picking up or focusing at all. Come on, bruh. Fine, whatever. But yeah, I've used this a total of 17 times. It's super easy. It goes over everything. It's not hard to use, and it's very subtle. So like I could layer it over top of this holographic polish and it would still look good. You could layer it over anything basically. For E, is the e.l.f. Illuminating palette, and I still haven't used this at all. So it's at the same place it was in January when we, started this situation. And, oh, what I threw on the floor I don't need for a while, so that's okay. Next for F is Flutterbye from the My Little Pony and ColourPop palette, and I'm going to put up a picture from last month. I've used this a total of 8 times, and you can see brush strokes now, but nothing crazy. I use this as a crease shade, like an all over kind of situation with like my matte Kumar from the Balm in the outer V, and then I just pack on usually Artemis or the ColourPop single that I'm panning. So nothing, it's a pretty easy whoosh whoosh situation. The next shadow is for G, which is Gilded Ganache, which you already sort of saw in the last one. And I hit pan on this, but let me show you, this is where I was last month. I had a pretty big dip last month. I've used a total of 17 times, and this is where I am now. So there's actually like a pretty good size pan. And basically this eyeshadow, I hate it. It's really crumbly, which is why I already have pan from using it 17 times. And it's very powdery, and it has glitter in it, but it blends away, which is fine because I use it in my outer V. But it's just not ideal, and if I don't end up finishing it in this project, I'm probably just gonna scrape the rest of it out and just claim it as finished, because it's just, I hate it so much. But we are trying to finish it this year. It's one of the products I'm trying to finish. So moving on to the letter H, it is Half Baked from Urban Decay from the Naked palette. This is where I was last month, and I've used this a total of 9 times. I don't really think you're going to be able to see a big difference, so I'm more focusing my brush up here in this corner. And yeah, I don't really think you can see a difference. I do really like this shade. It's super pretty. It's like very pretty. Let me say it again. Like, it's very metallic and nice. I just, I feel like I didn't really plan that very well. I should have put in a different color. I don't know. As I'm doing this project, I'm realizing I sort of messed up, but it's okay. We're living, we're breathing. For H is, no, for I is the Hourglass Girl Futurist. There's a bunch of eyes in there. And I've used this a total of 14 times. So this is only, this has only a little bit left. And I did already mark these so I could show you. And it is this top one right here. So I went from that purple line to this black line, if it'll focus on the paper and not my face. And then I have from this pink line, that's what's left. So it's pretty steady progress. This is a very easy, it's a very easy product to use. It's like a glossy nude, and it basically goes with everything. So I wear it at work all the time. I put it on my way home from work all the time, because you can just slap it on and go. It's very easy. Moving on to J, I'm using the Marc Jacobs gloss. I think this is in Sugar, couldn't tell ya. And I've used this 12 times. There are no visible windows or anything yet. So it's just, I've used it 12 times. It's moving really slowly, but I probably should use it more than I do. That would help. W, no, K is for the Wet n Wild Kiss and Pout. This is a chapstick. And I actually started using this month because I lost my chapstick that was for K, or for X, I mean. So I have that much left. And I did mark it, like I said. So let me flip the pages and show you. So it went from that black line to this black line. And then from that black line to the edge of the paper is how much I have left. So still a good amount, but for only using it like 5 or 6 times, it went down really, really fast. Focus. There we go. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, and I definitely wouldn't go out and buy it again when I finish it, but I'm glad to be working on it. That's what I have to say. So for L, I'm using Luna from the Aurora palette. I can show you where I was last month, and then this is where I am this month. It looks the exact same, in my opinion. I've used this a total of 17 times. 17 times. So it is this white one right here. You can see the brush strokes more this month. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but it's definitely being used just really slowly. And I do have it on today. I wear it almost every day, whether it's just with a really light hand or not over a cream highlighter, because if I wear it on its own without a cream highlighter, it's almost passable for like normal wear. But it's kind of a lot at work. So I wore it on like Valentine's Day at work because it was like a big party that we threw, and everyone was really into it. And then I wore it on like just the next Friday night, and people were like, wow, your face is really glittery. And I was like, noted. So that's, we're trying to find the balance. The next is for M, and this is a Morphe single shadow, and let me show you where it was last month. I've used this a total of 11 times. I feel like that's wrong, but we're gonna go with it, and this is where I am this month. So the pan has expanded, and then around the pan is getting smaller. I have started to use a different brush when I use this shadow. I was using like a big highlighting brush, and it was kind of wearing it all down at once and just like digging the pan deeper. And now I'm using a slightly different one to try to like get the sides all down. Yeah, anyway, that one's going slowly. For N, I'm using NARS Bound, which is this little guy here. I've used this a total of 9 times, and honestly, I put this in my purse and forgot it was in there, so I haven't used it this month basically at all. Moving on to O, which is for the orange transition shade in that I repressed, and this is where it was last month. And then this is where I am now. Should it focus? And as you can see, there's a lot more gray space showing right there. I'm just very slowly wearing it away, and that's really all you can ask for, you know? I've used this a total of 7 times. Sorry, my nose is like, I sprayed like, or I put on a new lotion today, and I think I'm having a reaction to it because my nose like won't stop running and my throat is really scratchy. To be sensitive, it's just really fun. Okay, anyway, so that's for O. For P, I'm using Prowling, which is this ColourPop single. I will insert where I was last month. And I've used a total of 16 times. And I do have like a pretty good dip going right there. Looks good. And I've been using this as a inner corner highlight. I don't have it on today, but I've been wearing it as an inner corner highlight almost every day, and or just like an all over one shadow lid look, because it's really easy to do and it looks pretty. So moving on to Q, I have so much progress on this and I'm hyped. So this is the Tarte Lip Quench in Rosé, and I've used it a total of 44 times. Which is why it's almost gone. So that is how much is left. It's literally like none. And then, so maybe this is actually the first thing that'll be done, not that other Tarte product, but I have used, it's right here. So I started here, first update, update now. And so from this line to the edge of the paper, or the edge of the pink is how much is left. I'm super excited. It's definitely super easy to put on. It's not really moisturizing, so you can put it on and then 40 minutes later put it on again. So basically what I was doing is when I was sick, I was binge watching, I don't remember, Sex Education maybe? And Heart of Dixie. I was watching a lot of shows on Netflix, but every time the episode ended, I would put it on. So I mean, for 12 straight hours, putting it on every 40 minutes, that's some good progress. And obviously those 44 times that I counted, that's probably not super accurate, because when I was sick, I was just putting it on whenever I felt like it. It wasn't like I was putting it on and then running in here and marking it on my sheet. So who knows? Moving on, for R, I was using this Tarte lip product in the shade Revealed. It has that much left. This is super pretty. I'm a big fan. This is a lippy lingerie, I think. Yeah, it is. And let me show you where I was and where I am now. So it is this one right above my hand. So not a ton of progress, really steady, small amounts of progress. So, but any progress is still progress, so we're gonna take it. Letter S is for EOS, and I finished off the blue one, which was the vanilla, and now I'm working on the yellow one, which is a lemon. This is how much I have left. I lost this for a little while. It rolled under my bed, and so this has no visible progress from last month, but I know I've used it a bunch of times. It just didn't change the shape enough for me to mark it again. And then the Too Faced for Tea. Too Faced Semi-Sweet Palette, and I'm using the shade Mousse. I'll show you where it was last month. I've used this a total of 12 times, and this is where I am this month. So you can see like right here, there's like a little bit of a divot, nothing crazy. I use like a big fluffy brush to apply that shadow, so it's definitely, when it hits pan, it's gonna hit like a big amount of pan. So for you, I'm using the e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder, and this is where I'm at. So you can kind of see it. I'm just below the line from last month, so I'll remark it. I've only used this a total of like 11 times. I've been mixing it in with my Too Faced Peach Setting Powder, and using it that way, but it's definitely, I need to find my black Sharpie. This silver one is not working. Not at all. Anyway, but I've used it a couple times. It's nothing crazy. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but I definitely want to use it up and get it out of my collection. For V, I'm using Wet n Wild Lady in the Vamp, and this has so much product in it. It's gonna take forever to finish. So that much product left. And then obviously I already marked this one as well, and I will show you what's left. This one has been by my couch side, and I've been putting it on while we watch TV at night. So there's pretty steady progress from the first update, second update, or first, like beginning, first update, second update. So right there. Nothing too crazy. Moving on, for letter, I almost said number, letter W, is this Wet n Wild blush. This is where I was last month. And then this is where I am now. This is a crumbly boy. He's a powdery boy. He has a lot of things to say and do. Once this is finished, I'm definitely going to use that like darker shade in the Illuminating palette, like the e.l.f. one, for a blush. But I don't think that one will take that much longer. And then for X, I cannot find the product I was using for X. I was using a Blistex Mint lip balm, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just replace it. It's been 2 months. This is the Buxom in Sugar. I don't know what these are actually called, with the full-on, it's a full-on lip polish. And this is where I'm at, starting, so like halfway. And I really like these. I have a backup of this when I finish it, but I definitely want to get it used up because it's been in my collection for a while. Letter Y is for Salt Life. It's a lipstick by Tarte, and that's what fell on the ground, so let me get it. So far down. There is that much left. Super pretty nude. I am using this also randomly as like a pre-makeup like situation. I put it on before I use my do my makeup. I've used it 15 times, sorry. And I am at this black line right here. So first update is black, or beginning is black, first update is purple, and then the last black line is where I am right now. That's super pretty. It's easy to wear. It's definitely not anything crazy. I should be able to finish it no problem. I just need to actually use it. So the last letter is Z for the Essence All About Browns palette. This is where I was last month. I've used this a total of 15 times, and this is where I am now. So I've definitely expanded the pan and gotten closer to hitting side pan, which that was the goal this month, was to get side pan. I didn't quite make it, but I did try, so there's that. I use this as a under eye setting powder and an eyeshadow and a highlight, and I basically just kind of use it as whatever I feel like. I do have it on as an under eye setting powder today, and you can't super tell just because the highlighter I'm wearing is super glittery already, but it's pretty. I like it. It does have some glitter in it, so it's definitely not everybody's cup of tea, I wouldn't think, but I like it. So that is everything for this update. If you guys want to hang out with me anywhere else, it's all down below, as well as the creator of this project with the Fantastic Ladies and everybody who is participating is all linked in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.